Hello everyone, I'm Michel and today I'm gonna talk about the muscular dystrophy. The muscular dystrophy is a group of familial disorders that cause the degeneration of skeletal muscle fibers. There are a few different types of muscular dystrophy, but the ones we are going to look are the Duchenne muscular dystrophy and the myotonic muscular dystrophy. Let's begin with the Duchenne muscular dystrophy. The Duchenne muscular dystrophy is one X-linked inherited disease caused by a deletion of a DNA segment or a single gene defect on the short arm of the chromosome. In other words, a DMD is a genetic disorder characterized by progressive muscle degeneration and weakness. It is one of the 9 types of muscular dystrophy. But what are the symptoms of DMD? The muscular weakness can begin as early as age 3, first affecting the muscles of the hips, pelvic area, thighs and shoulders, and later the skeletal, the voluntary muscles in arms, legs, and trunk. The calves often are enlarged. By the early teens, the heart and the respiratory muscles are also affected. Another very important symptom is the poor balance or the fall over when children, which is the result of the weak butt muscles which pushes the belly out and further, and also the thick calves must consist of fat and not muscular, or the tightness on the Achilles tendon. However, what causes the DMD? The Duchenne muscular dystrophy was first described by the French neurologist Guillaume Benjamin Edmond Duchenne in the 1860s. But until the 1980s, little was known about the cause of any kind of muscular dystrophy. In 1986, MDA supported researchers identify a particular gene on the X chromosome that, when flagged or mutated, leads to DMD. Later on, in 1987, the protein associated with this gene was identified and named dystrophin. Lack of dystrophin protein in muscle cells causes them to be fragile and easily damaged. As I mentioned before, the DMD has an X-linked recessive inheritance pattern and is passed on by the mother, who is referred to as a carrier. If we stop and analyze the offspring, there will be 4 possibilities, 2 males and 2 females. The first possibility is that a mutated X will form first a carrier female, then another female, but this time an unaffected or healthy one. Later on, an unaffected male and probably the last partner may be the one with the presence of the Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Okay, but what are the DMD carriers? DMD carriers are female who have a normal dystrophin gene on one X chromosome and one abnormal dystrophin gene on the other X chromosome. Most carriers of DMD do not themselves have signs or symptoms of the disease, but a minority do. Symptoms can range from mild skeletal muscles weakness or cardiac involvement to severe weakness or cardiac effects, and can begin in childhood or adulthood. Okay, but now tell me there is one advantage. What is the life expectancy in DMD? Until relatively recently, boys with DMD usually did not survive much beyond their 10 years. Thanks to the advantages in cardiac and respiratory care, life expectancy is increasing, and many young adults with DMD attend college, have careers, get married, and have children. Survival into the 30 seconds is becoming more common, and there are cases of men living into their 40 seconds and 50 seconds. Someone needs to do something about it. What is the status of the DMD research? MDA-supported researchers are actively pursuing several exciting strategies in DMD, such as gene therapy, exon skipping, stop codon read-through, and gene repair. Human clinical trials are underway for some of these strategies. Now, let's view the myotonic muscular dystrophy. The myotonic muscular dystrophy, or MMD, is a form of muscular dystrophy that affects muscles and many other organs in the body. But what causes the MMD? It occurs when a gene on chromosome 19 called DMPK where ZNF9 contains an abnormally expanded section. The symptoms and the level of researchers are very similar to the Duchenne muscular dystrophy. However, the difference between them are their causes and progressions. Mainly, the MMD focus more to the upper part of the body.